Hello, and welcome to another episode of Devillian's Rapid Accessibility Review series. My name is Biggs, and in these series I rapidly review the accessibility of random websites. Why rapid accessibility review, you might ask? Well, accessibility reviews or audits usually take a long time. I wanted to expose the process and tool somehow, but recording hours of reviewing is impractical. I also wanted to find a way to practice reviewing accessibility without spending hours and hours on the same website. So a short form made sense, and that's how the rapid accessibility reviews came about. So the website that I'm going to be reviewing today is Life Environmental Services, lifeenvironmental.co.uk. And we will just dive straight in. We'll check the page title to start with. Let's have a look at that. Life Environmental Services, asbestos, water and fire. We got the 3 dots, which means that there is more text displayed in this title, which is fine. Let's just find the title. Asbestos, Water and Fire Management Consultancy. I think that's a very good page title. Okay, let's go to headings and let's see how headings are displayed on this website. We'll go to information, view document outline, and then we'll get a list of that. Right. It's the very first heading seems to be a heading 4. Ideally, we have the first heading on the website would be a heading 1. So that could be kind of shifted about a bit. There's some missing headings in between. It goes from heading 1 all the way down to heading 5, so that hierarchy could be improved. And then a few heading 3s. Yeah, so just sort of a few amendments, but I mean this heading 1 is good. Describes the company there. Now let's move on to links and just have a quick look at to see if links make sense. So what do we have? Home, about, services, online compliance, training, market, news, careers. Let's keep on going. These are links, I presume. Yes. It's interesting to see whether this text down here becomes visible. I'll leave that for now. Let's keep on going. What other links do we have? Well, that's an image. So we're really just looking at the text. Okay, so you know what? If we're looking at the text, let's just dig into this quickly. And I don't think this page has that much going on anyway. So we might have time. Okay, so we got the anchor right there. And there's a title, which is asbestos. And then there is a text, asbestos management. And then there's a span in there, which has an extra text here. This will be read out. So this will be read out if you highlight that. So that's perfectly fine. Let's have a look at this. This looks like an image. So that's a online courses. And there's no text to describe where this link goes to. So that should really be looked at. Okay, so there's another one down here. Yeah. So this is the image, but this is just a link down here. View our asbestos. Yeah, that's fine. Let's keep on going down. This is not a link now. And we've got a couple of things here. All training courses. Okay, so there's a read more and a read more. And these are like sort of highlights. And so I don't know how accessible each one of those elements are. I'll look at that a little bit later, but the read more link itself most likely needs some more description. So I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Read more. Yeah. So that needs some hidden text describing what that is. Read more about Legionella awareness. That would really help. Learn more as well. it would need some more context. Alone, it doesn't really function so well. There is a use of the titles, but they just say the same, so they don't really help in that way. So more context on learn more, read more news, and probably that's fine. And then we've got the footer links down here, so repeating the navigation, and some services over there. Any of these links? No, that's fine. Okay, so that's those quick look at the links themselves. So now let's just see the semantics a little bit by just disabling all the styles and see how that comes through. Okay, it could be good to have an actual text for this, and I can see as well. Yeah, so this is the list of the navigation elements, and there's some stuff going on here which relates to the slider there, or the sort of images. Yeah, the slider on the top there. So let's just try to ignore that for now. Might be a bit tricky because it's kind of shifting this stuff up and down. You know what? I'm just going to very quickly disable JavaScript so I don't really have that happening. And let's just remove the styles. Okay, so that's gone then. Asbestos computer. Okay, yeah, I think this should really be broken down a little bit better here. This looks a bit compressed, and these are all separate links. Let's keep on going down. This needed a textual alternative, which we kind of looked at. Okay, so here's a list of some training courses, some news, and more. The links in the footer, and we've got some icons down here. Okay, all in all, I think it's mostly this here. Maybe this could be. It looks like a list almost, or maybe the semantics could be looked at that. I don't really know what it is. And I won't be checking it out. All right, let's disable let's enable the styles, and let's bring in the JavaScript as well, so we can have all of it. The next thing we will check out is going to be images. Let's start with checking out, or let's start with removing all background images, which generally should be decorative and complementary. Well, I can see that this whole background thing is gone, which is fine. And these images here, well, we can kind of go through them. Okay, yeah, though, they don't really give all that much more. So I guess them being removed is okay. Let's keep on going down. I think those. Yeah, that's just the background there, so that goes away. I think it would be valuable to have a fallback color, basically this color here, if the image goes away. So at least you can keep on reading the white text on the white. Let's keep on going down. Okay, fine. Now let's keep them hidden, and let's now look at alt attributes to see if images are described. We have live environmental. I think live environmental services is maybe more accurate, but anyway, it's got that, which is fine. I don't know what this is. Seems to be some alt related. I mean, these are not images. All right, so this one here, definitely either just redo this thing with HTML and text, or at the very least describe what the image says in the alt text. Asbestos lifecycle. I'm not sure that this really needs an alt text. I think this should just be empty, because it's just a complementary thing there. It doesn't give any extra info. So let's go down. Life online, this definitely should have an alt tag in there just saying exactly this text here. And then down here we got ISO accreditation. I think that's fine. Alt holder. That kind of looks like a spacing mechanism. And if that's the case, then that's a purely decorative thing, so that should be removed. Cyber Essentials, that's just repeating the logo there. Ukata, yeah, same thing. That's fine. Right, so that's the images. Let's bring this stuff back. Do we have any audio and video? No, there's no audio and video. So we will move to the keyboard and see how that does. So there is no skip content. I could tell from the when I remove the CSS. So there's no skip content, which is really important to have. So we can skip all the navigation and jump to the content itself. Secondly, can we find out where we are when we tab through the site with the keyboard? So I'm going to start at the top and start tabbing through. So I've just tabbed now twice. I'm now on about. Okay, so there are no outlines, there's no focus indicators on the links at all. So it's very hard, or actually impossible, almost impossible to tell where you're at on the page. So I'm going to use a little trick to force some focus indicators on the links. So I hope that works. I'm just using this little add-on there, stylus. All right, now I tab. Okay, so I'm tabbing into something there, which seems to be the home page. So I'm tabbing again. I go to home. Okay, so this looks like, yeah, it looks like that's the place where the link is. Okay, it's a little bit weird. Anyway, so yeah, you'd expect this to be around a logo, which is, that's a strange one. Anyway, so let's keep on going. About, services, training, it just goes through here. We don't have any sub-nav, do we? No, it just goes to that page. Fine. Yeah, let's keep on tabbing through. All right, so we get to contact, and now we get to asbestos management. I know it's not very clear, but I am here now, and it would be good if, yeah, they all need focus styles. The focus styles I have now are just like kind of forced. Okay, fire, water of training. Now I get to there. And there now. Okay, so this is a whole thing, and then we've got another one inside. I think that should be looked at. It really should be one link, I believe. So where do I go now? Okay, I think I'm just on that bit right there, on that slider. So I go between. Okay, interesting. So can I actually work this thing? If I press enter, can I go there? Seemingly I can. Okay, so there's a control for that. That's interesting. Now can I jump into the read more bit? No, well, I'm just going through those 4 things. And then it goes into... Okay. Okay, so it's just like you're only allowed, you can only go into the ones that are kind of there. But if I choose this one and then I tab, yeah, okay, not so bad. All training courses, learn more, certification, read more news, and then I got the footer links in there, and then the last link. So this bit here in the slider here, this is not accessible, so you can't really go through this, and these are not links really, so yeah, maybe it's fine just to skip that. It's not really all that important, I think. Okay, so that's the keyboard. I do think that the tab ordering was fine. I was kind of expecting it to go from contact into here, like into the main section, but there actually isn't a link anywhere in this content, so it wouldn't actually go into this, and this is not clickable in any way, so that's fine. And I was surprised that these things there were usable, so that was kind of nice. Okay, keyboard done. Let's move to forms. Okay, there's no forms at all on this page, so we will go to the next bit, which is mobile or responsiveness. So let's open up the web developer there, the dev tools, and let's start this device here. Well, let's go up to sort of full width, and let's just start going down, and let's just see what happens. Okay, the site just okay, this is interesting. So this is the whole site just shrinking down, which is rare to see. Because generally, if you come to a point like this, maybe, here is where this text starts to be a little bit too small to read. So let's keep on going down and see if there's anything else that happens. Oh, I see. So this site actually just isn't responsive. Having said that, though, it is interesting that this text doesn't quite follow. You'd expect it, comparing this size of text down here to the one all the way down to there. It seems to have like a minimal, this text here. So there seems to be some sort of a responsiveness going on, but essentially the site really isn't responsive, because everything just shrinks down. So it becomes impossible to look at the nav, and everything becomes kind of impossible to use, although this text here is readable. But okay, so that's checked then, and I'm gonna see then what happens if I zoom into the page 400% for magnification. Go check the magnification. So let's go to 400%. So that is now, yeah, so that is not being contained. So now you have to kind of scroll to the side, or you have to, yeah, so that's very, very hard to use. You can't really be scrolling to the side like this. So the responsiveness for that is very much lacking. I'm not sure there is any point in checking the keyboard. It's just going to behave exactly the same, and it's going to go around like this, and it'll be quite confusing, I think, to, well, it kind of helps you to find the links and focuses that area on the screen. But if you want to look at other things, it'll be a bit tricky to do. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's get back to normal magnification. And now let's check if there's any color contrast issues. We're just going to go into dev or axe dev tools, and do a quick run on the page. And we find the color contrast, we find 65 issues, potential issues. Right, so that's the white on that green. I'm a little bit colorblind, so I think this is green. Anyway, so let's keep on going. So I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure Axe Dev tools are going to be all that useful here. So this is, I think maybe it'll have to be, we might have to take this individually, like the text of the color and the text of the background, and check it in a contrast, like a special contrast website kind of thing. Yeah, it's just, it struggles with all of this stuff here, so we'll just bypass that. You know what? I'm going to jump into Wave. They also have contrast errors. There's 13 contrast errors found here, and I can have actually a quick look at them right here. We can get rid of these errors and rid of these alerts and features, and we'll just look at the contrast errors. And what does it find? It finds those things there, so that's probably the case. And it finds those 4, and then it's that green on the white, says that's too low. It's talking about this one there, that blue on the white, maybe a bit too low contrast. That is a tad strange. I'm not sure why it's white now, but it could be complaining about if this background goes, then this won't be readable, which relates to the fallback color. And all those things as well, although it's taking me somewhere now. Similar things. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it might be... need to dig into that a little bit better, but yeah, I think that's fine. So let's now move on to animations and just have a quick check. I mean, this whole thing here, you know, I guess it would be good to be able to control this, to be able to go between, because there is text here that people might want to read, and this, you know, describing the image that comes with that item might be good as well, but it's not accessible, and it also needs a way to stop and play. If somebody wants to look at the image, or simply just, you know, not have any kind of moving thing happening, although this is a fade in and out, so it's a little bit less disturbing, but yeah, a way to play and pause would be good. And I don't think there's any other. This one here does have a move, but it's quite small, so I think that'll have to be looked at sort of separately. But we were able to get into there, and I'm not sure this really needs a play and pause. Oh, yeah, probably. I think that would be useful as well. Yeah, okay. So let's move to HTML. Quickly check to see if there's any HTML issues on this page. We go to the validator and we get to the message here. And interestingly enough, it only finds warnings. So there are no HTML errors on this page, and that is very good to see. Now, the very last thing is going to be to see if there's anything breaking on the JavaScript side of things. So there is, it seems like there is some mixed content there. So I mean, it's connection is secure. There's something being loaded in this here, cloudjourney.com.js. There's some JS being loaded through HTTP. So they block the content. This may relate to some analytics or something that isn't crucial for the usage of the site, but this is relevant to see. So that concludes the review. So I just like to thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, then please consider subscribing to our channel. I'll be doing many more of these reviews coming up. And if you work for Life Environmental Services and you think you could use our services, please get in touch. We'd love to work with you. So have a lovely rest of the day and take good care. Yep, bye-bye.